So we left the last video on the P100 Cosworth. Yeah, if you haven't seen the video, go and have a look at it. Basically, the first drive, something went wrong. A lot of things, not necessarily went wrong in that video, but they came to light very quickly. Today, we're back down at Martin's, and we're actually going to take the car out today. Me and him, we're going to need to go and get some petrol in it, but we need to bring Martin in and explain a few things that might have happened in the last video, might have happened now, the problems that ensued, because the last video everyone saw, it's a build, mate. You've been building it for years and you're just like, oh well, that stopped working. So if you didn't watch the video, the front brakes at the point were not happy, they were holding on.
No, it was the rear brakes.
Rear brakes?
Okay, so first of all, it was the rear brakes that were holding on.
Right, when we thought, and I thought, because were they smoke and stuff? Well, the smoke at the time was coming from the front. This is the thing, so much happened in that one day, and I tried to get the content, but so many things were happening. Yeah. We then took it out and the front was locking on.
The front was locking on.
Yeah.
So the front was locking on, but when Jimmy got it back, so the last video would have been Jimmy recovering it,
yes,
Jimmy taking me to
coming
work.
Back. Yeah.
There was a driving silence.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, you were like, this is not the idea, is it?
The rear itself was dicking around as well as the front. The smoke was from the front, I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
So Jimmy took it back and he found that we took the bias valve out just in case that was sticking around, which it wasn't, but we've taken it out anyway.
Right.
Then found out that it was to do with the master cylinders on the pedal box. Jimmy then swapped them around, swapped them about. 10 o'clock after I finished it at work, I then got a lift back there, picked it up, drove it to the petrol station, got a little bit of fuel just to get us round. Job done, put it back on the drive. Didn't feel hot, used it to come back here. Back brakes, lovely, fine. Got to like near on up down the road and it was like hot. That
right.
Hot that the wing had got hot and it's actually started to bubble the clear coat.
Oh no!
On the wheels.
Oh no!
The actual caliper got hot. It's tarnished the colour of that. So
yeah.
We've got 2 wheels to refurb.
Yeah. Oh, just so you know, someone that refurbs wheels. If you do need your wheels refurbed,
yes,
come to Martin, because even if they're heat damaged, you'll be able to do something with it.
We'll get that. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Basically, left it outside. This was the day before the wedding, so it's sat outside.
Day before. No pressure.
I'm not doing P100 at all. I'm doing wedding stuff. Got in the van. I've left. Dean Long, the saviour.
Yeah.
So
the legend.
Jimmy, the saviour the night before. Dean Long the next day. He arrived here. He said, "Look, just leave it. I'll have a look at it." It then transpired that Jimmy had been through the pedal box. We had to make some like extension rods that go inside the master cylinders, and there's like a small ball on the end of it. Well, the ball was slightly too large for the one we'd made, so it wasn't letting the fluid release back through, and that's all it was. So Dean had then taken it apart, the other side, so basically Jimmy had transferred it from the back to the front, where he'd swapped them back to see if that made any difference. Dean and his dad, Elliot was here, they'd all shaved it down, they made it fit, they dropped it to my house on the Friday night that we were eating pizza, 9:30. Yeah. They rocked up just as pizza was in, and it was done. So I managed to drive it to the wedding next day, took Nipper there in it, he loved it, smiles for miles, yeah, he was like over the moon. Yeah. There's still a few bits, they still smell a bit warm, so we are going to replace all the master cylinders in the box anyway. Pretty much the pedal is so stiff, Jimmy reckons the pedal's so stiff because we're still running standard single pot calipers.
Right.
So I've literally just purchased some 4-pot calipers with disc and bells for the front.
So what I was going to say is we want to be here for that, just in case it's not that, or it is that, and it recovers from that.
I'm pretty sure now, but obviously since the wedding I haven't used it, it's sat here. It needs some fuel, so we might as well take it up the road.
Yeah, we might as well take it up the road, because we actually haven't been in it, and we need to experience what this is like through the camera.
But not forgetting that we still have a temporary prop shaft on here, so with no quick.
No, we're not doing instantly, no.
I'm literally, when I go away for my honeymoon, Jimmy's going to have it, and he's going to get the prop shaft sent away. So because we've had to basically mould an end on it, we've welded an end on the end of it. Can't feel no vibration, it feels okay, but it's not balanced. Yeah. And also it's only yay big, and we want it yay big.
Because there's a Cosworth engine in it.
Once we pull it up to power, we basically want to send it to the company and say we want 500 brakes worth of prop shaft. Yeah. They'll build it, and then it will come back as it should be.
Because we were just talking, you actually want to take it to around 400 horsepower, don't you?
Yeah, that's the plan, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Not so much.
So it's fast, yeah.
For using, more for a statement, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I've got a 400 horsepower.
That's 400 horsepower, isn't it? Yeah, look at me, 400 horsepower. So, we will pull the car out, we'll go for a little jolly up the road, and yeah, see what she's like. That's the key for the filler neck.
Yeah. They do.
This car, right, in all of its loveliness, and that's the full of that cat, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How many times have you used this?
Once.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We're about to use it again.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's that used, if I'm honest, mate.
No. So I had to buy a full lock set, and I bought a full lock set, obviously including the petrol cap, thinking, don't know why I thought it might have been a key like so, but it wasn't.
It's definitely
It came like this, and I was like,
That looks like someone's shed key.
she's definitely been bent a little.
Yeah,
It's not.
look at that. She's an OG one. That's years old, though, that
We
is.
might have to kiss it before we put it in the
Yeah, just like, please just right in there.
we haven't got recovery on. We're going to go on our own, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going.
Not gonna get- just gonna go for
we could push, but that's about as far as it's going to go, isn't it?
Do you know what? I pushed it in and out. So what I don't like doing is firing it up. So anytime I've had to move this in and out, I don't like. It's not going to be kept here. So
No.
if anyone panics, oh, it's dusty. It is dirty because I got caught
It's been
in the rain.
driven, yeah. It's been driven, which is cool.
The worst thing was, I was like, I'm never taking it out in the rain. I'm not taking it out in the rain. It's a bit damp today, but we got caught in that horrendous weather last Sunday, and we got it back here and we sponged off what we could from the inside of the tub, because obviously the tub started filling up,
Yeah.
and then it's sat here since.
So the second time you ever drove it,
It was
it was raining.
the puddles that we were wading through water.
Yeah, that's so typical.
But again, there's still,
it is what it is. It's a car. It's supposed to be driven. You can get caught out.
Let it heat cycle just to road because it's brand new engine.
Yeah.
And then the last couple of times I've just been pushing it now.
Yeah.
I haven't started it for about.
We're about to find out if it starts then.
Credit to Jason as well, because it smells so old Ford in here.
Oh, lovely.
It's done an amazing job.
That's what we want.
It's like.
Sounds and starts factory.
Oh, there's a few other little bits that we found. So what we didn't do when we rebuilt the axle, we didn't put any half-shaft bearings in. So at the wedding, someone was like, I think we've got a leak. But then only slight.
Yeah.
If you look round inside the wheel, how filthy it is. Basically, it's giving a little drip.
Yeah. I like that you're telling everyone that though, because
Oh, yeah.
a lot of people would gloss past these little problems and little finicky
So
bits.
We've just ordered at like £40 each, 2 bearings for either end, because the steel is actually in the centre of the shaft.
Right.
So you've got to replace the whole bearing to get it done.
But you'll only know these things once you've driven it and it starts
and
pissing
obviously we were
fluid
in a
out.
bit of a rush to get it back together. It was kind of one of the things, we just oversighted it, we just put it back. We didn't oversight it, was kind of, we put it back together and went, we can always do that after. So obviously where the brakes have got hot, I've ordered the front new 4 pots, but the back we're going to replace, they were brand new anyway, we're going to replace them again anyway. We don't know how much heat they've added.
They were held on, weren't they?
And I bet now that the pads will be glossy as hell. So see, for the MOT, if anyone says, "Wow, I got MOT," it got taken on a trailer to the MOT.
Yeah.
The guy put it on the rollers. He'd done the brake test. By the time he's come back off, the brakes have probably only been pressed 3 times.
Yeah.
So for that pedal to release back, you think every time you get on the road and you press it and you press it and you press it, it's not until you start doing some proper road test miles that it starts to then give out all its faults.
You start to realise,
It might look amazing, but it's going to have faults, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is. It's a rebuilt car. That's just how it works. It's going through the little finicky problems you're going to get. It's going to happen. Oh, look at the interior, mate. Oh, look at this on the dash. Oh, door cards. So it's like a real car in it. I said that last time. People were like, oh.
So the dash is one thing we've got to replace. If you look up here, look. See how warped it is?
Oh yeah.
So this dash was
so about it though, ain't you? You could pass that off as being normal,
but then I haven't got the bottom cowl on.
Okay.
The bottom cowl won't fit because the whole dash is pushed forward.
Right. Okay.
So the dash itself, and look round here, look, little bits. See?
Okay.
The dash itself was originally in this. So the Cosworth bits, all the bits you add on.
Right.
This had been sat on the shelf. It had been in the car. This hadn't been actually on the road for 12 years. So over the 12 years, this took a lot of sun, a lot of heat.
Yeah.
So it took a lot to get that in. So at the moment, it was just for the wedding wise, it was just in to get it.
Throw it in and then you know worry about it later.
So a bit so off camera we're a little bit crunchy in reverse.
Yeah.
So basically I can't put my foot all the way down the clutch. I need to put it down just enough to engage.
Yep.
So like there it won't go in, but there it will.
Yeah. Okay.
So what we've got on that, because I've got a centre it's hydraulic clutch, it's a centre push bearing. So if I push it all the way to the floor, that thing will just keep going.
Oh,
it'll
right.
ruin the teeth on the on the end of it.
So that needs to come out.
Yeah, well, until we put a stop on the pedal.
Right.
So then down is down.
Yeah.
Again, Jimmy said, Jimmy's going to work some magic on that to work out what he needs to.
Where the space is. Yeah. Interesting. It's giving this information though. Cars aren't built straight away, and there is always going to be something. It's just how it is. It's interesting though. It's interesting giving and relaying little bits of information to everybody out there that might be interested, because this isn't just like a paint and put the engine in. There's so much more, and then there's more stuff to be done straight after.
It's the little modified bits that is what takes the doing.
Yeah.
Like that hydraulic clutch, it was actually off from Mondeo.
Was it?
That I bought, yeah.
Yeah,
but
nice.
it still fits on the end of the box.
Yeah.
Once it's on the box, it's just the adjustment.
Yeah, hopefully. Of course it will be done, of course. I must admit though, for a rebuilt vehicle, it is like factory in here, like a factory car. There's no horrible bangs and stuff that you would usually find.
No,
so
trying
nice.
to make everything, so Sierra Cosworth, Sierra Saf Cosworth.
Yeah. Trying to make it fit and trying to make it nice and OEM, because that was the whole idea of this car, wasn't it? I think you've done a good job, because it feels lovely in here, like as if it's a factory car. That's the noise, isn't it? That's the noise that we were after. Oh, mate. Obviously, no revving in this video, no crazy burnouts or anything like that. Prop shaft is going to need to be...
We are probably going too quick for Jimmy, was like anyway.
It's like, don't be so silly in that car, I've just built it.
But
you don't want the prop shaft falling out.
You can't feel it, there's no vibration there at all.
No.
Like, I can't feel nothing.
No.
And normally you think, oh, can I feel something? But the thing is welded right on the end, right on the end of the shaft, so there ain't a lot to
really,
give bad vibration,
yeah.
no.
The give is in the end of the shaft in theory.
We have got a slight weep from the end of the prop shaft to the box anyway.
Yeah.
We think that is, one, because it is slightly out of balance, and also because it's slightly short. We need another 15 mil, 20 mil on the shaft.
Yeah.
So again, just a homemade one. For the moment, it'll get us going, but when we send it away, we're going to tell them we want an extra 20 mil. We want it this big. We want it, you know.
Yeah.
For me, that's what it's all about.
That's the best bit, isn't it? A little bit of flutter.
No dump valve. I said to Jimmy, should I put a dump valve? He's like, you don't want a dump valve, you want it to sound natural. That is what natural sounds like.
That's what it's all about, 100%. I've never been in a car that makes that sound with the bed behind you here, and then like a factory really nice interior as well. It's such an odd experience.
Everyone keeps joking, oh, we're going to put something in the back. We're not putting anything in the back.
No, I was going to say, that bed is a little bit too nice to put anything in, if I'm quite honest.
I do have a rubber insert that you can get for these. It's a bit torn and it's a bit ripped. If there was ever a time I really needed to, then I would have to put it in there.
Right, we've made it to the petrol station with a small amount of fuel. You've done well here, mate. You've done very well.
I'm still unsure on the gauge what it's doing.
Yeah.
I think it's doing what it wants. But at the moment,
That's what it fancies.
At the moment, it says it's completely empty, but that might be because we've just gone around a bend.
Yeah.
Now it's just gone just above the red.
Yeah.
So this is the first time we're going to put super in it.
Yeah. Oh, exciting! Super. Here we go.
Well, we'll put a good amount in it, so we know it's got plenty in it.
Yeah. This is the only super unleaded this side of the island, actually, as well, isn't it? Yeah. This is the only place, so it has to be done. Of course, I won't video in the petrol station. I got told off once for doing that by the internet, so we don't do it anymore by the internet. So we'll just sit in the car and talk to you instead while it's being filled up. Because if I get out, people are like, oh, well, you might cause a fire with your camera. We'll walk all the way over here, like other side of the petrol station, and then zoom in and film, because I don't want to get told off by the internet. Is that far enough away? I reckon. Oh, we're a little bit more. There we go. Look at the state of her over here. Oh! Hopefully it doesn't all chuck itself on the ground. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? See, I'm as far away as I can be, mate. See that? Here we go. Just checking, make sure it's not falling out the bottom of the car. Is it going in? Yeah, it's not on the ground. That's the last thing you need, is it on camera with it chucking petrol on the ground. Here we go. £78. Must have about, what? Correct me if I'm wrong. 45 litre tank, this car. It's an old diesel tank though, so it's the diesel tank that was in the car originally. 33 litres, £78. A lot of money, isn't it? Petrol's so expensive these days.
Have a look at the fuel gauge, doesn't it?
Just walking around.
It looks like it's on boost. I think I need a new one of them.
Yeah, I'd say it's doing a bit of an up and down moment, isn't it?
Considering this is the third time I've ever driven this.
Yeah.
Maybe the fourth.
Really not bad, is it? That is really good. Considering full build over years, and then the completion of the build being in weeks to build a car. Makes it though, doesn't it? Just like, yeah. It's just the combination of tons of good friends coming down to early hours in the morning, of just late nights, getting stuff done, problems after problems.
Yeah.
But that's what building cars is all about, especially to this level.
It's not until you sit after, and I took a picture on the camera. You had Ben Brody's Body Shop, yeah, doing the painting. You had George Amar doing the actual body work of it, who's from George's Garage. You had Critchlow's from Critchlow's Garage. You had Dean Long, an engineer from Hover Travel. You had Sean from Hoonshine. You know, the amount of them that were there from different businesses that all stopped doing what they were doing just to come and help me.
Oh, mate.
You know, credit.
So impressive. And until like 2 in the morning.
I don't know how we done it.
Oh, I don't know. Impressive work though. Yeah. And it's all come to now where we're driving it around and enjoying it. Yeah, there's going to be little bits and bobs, but that's car builds. If you don't know that, you've never built a car before, have you? Just look at this as well, like, ooh, it's so lovely, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is from Jimmy, tape player, but it's got a code on it. Went on the old internet, $3.99 to pay your code, paid my $3.99 and then got an email back to say your serial number doesn't match.
Oh yeah, cool,
so
cheers mate.
$3.99 on a code that I can't even listen to.
Yeah.
So a shout out to anyone that can do codes.
Yes, if you know forward codes for radios, let me or Martin know.
So old school tape player style this is.
Yeah, like this. This is what it looks like. If you can help us out, let us know. And just like that, we are back at Martin's. Basically, it's your home, isn't it? This is literally where you live at the end of the day. If you're not living here, you live in the other job, your real life job, I keep saying. We made it though, look at that. The fuel gauge is still doing what it wants, but just don't worry about it. So with that, guys, we're going to say thank you so much to Martin for taking us out. And the car, yes, there's a few things to do, but we will be back when things start happening. We'll show you the full progress, front brakes, and little bits and bobs, because I think everyone needs to see that, don't they?
Yeah, we'll do the front brakes, we'll do the repowder the front wheels again, strip them back. We've got the half shaft bearings to go on. We've got the prop shaft going to get finished. I mentioned to Jamie off camera, actually, the gearbox is in there, isn't actually my gearbox.
So the gearbox has got to come out.
It's a Burrow gearbox.
Yeah.
It's a Burrow gearbox. My gearbox shouldn't be far away, so once that's here, we'll do that, we'll do the prop shaft, and then we'll do another test run and see how it goes.
Exciting times, but again, we will video as much as we can. But thank you so much for watching today's video. Again, thank you to Martin. MJG Grits, if you need any powder coating, sandblasting. I did say painting this one time, but I said don't do painting because we don't paint down here, it's fine. But thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next one.